what happens after you sign your first high ticket client? What does it feel like? And what's the responsibilities that come after it? This is a video that I wish I could have watched when I was starting out with my agency journey. So basically, a lot of people, a lot of agency owners, a lot of service business owners, they have this, you can say, weird dilemma. I also had this, that once I will sign my first ticket, high ticket client, that thing or the process after that will be very exhausting or very complex, very complicated, and I won't be able to handle that process. Or it's just basically the process will be very overwhelming. Now, I'm here to tell you what really happens when you sign your first high ticket client, when you take the money from your client, that large sum of money, and you begin working. What happens after that? So basically, let me just run you through my story so you have a better idea of how I felt and after how long I signed my first high ticket client. So basically, I was 17 years old, 2023, and in the month of June I started my agency. And in the month of June I was basically doing web development for my agency, so I basically did no outreach. I was procrastinating on doing outreach. So from the month of July 2023, I started doing outreach, and my first agency was basically I helped YouTubers run their account. I helped them with video editing, thumbnail design, their content strategy, and everything else. So it was basically a done for you service. I started doing outreach in July, and for 11 months, I did not sign a single client. Literally, not even a single client. I tried cold emailing, I tried cold DMs, I tried messaging people on Reddit, I tried messaging people on Slack. It was not very big back then. It was, you can say, there were communities on Slack, so I tried promoting myself over there. I tried a lot of things. So after 11 months of throwing shit on the wall, something sticked, and I got my first meeting book, first ever meeting. It was my first ever meeting with a prospect who was willing to pay a lot of money. So, and I got that line from cold email. Actually, it was my friend who emailed them. So we got the meeting, we took the meeting, and he said yes. And after that, it was 11 months after I started doing outreach. 11 months. Imagine if I just quit it on my 10th month. I wouldn't have signed my first client. So 11th month, we took the meeting. I was so nervous. I was so nervous before the meeting, but once the meeting started, I was in the flow and everything was just fine. I was like in the flow, and everything seemed to work out. We talked, and it was really fun. And after the meeting, he decided that he will go with our services. So he was a guy in Saudi Arabia who was opening his third branch for a restaurant. So he was super busy. He couldn't, you can say, edit the videos himself, or couldn't run the channel for himself. So he hired us, and we took on his YouTube channel. And the moment I sent him the invoice, and the moment I received the notification on my PayPal account that I have received $500 on my account, it was you can say, life changing. I finally cleared my doubt that making money online or making money through the agency business is not possible or is not very likely. That, you can say, belief was gone right there and then. The doubt, it was gone, and I was motivated. Obviously, I was also very nervous because no, there was a YouTube channel that was dependent on me, and every move I make can, you can say, affect that channel. So it was a very, very nice moment. You can say very, very nice moment. After that, the first person who I told about the client was my father. He was also very proud, and on the same very day we started working. It's just that simple. It's nothing very complicated. You sign your client, and then you receive the money, or you obviously send a few one contract and you onboard them. But that's a very simple process, and it's different from agency to agency. So once you receive the money, you start working on their business, on their channel, etc., etc. And trust me, it's not that complicated. You don't have to be nervous about it. Everything works out at the end. And yeah, that was it. So you don't have to be afraid of signing a client now, because what happens after that is very simple. Thank you.